Hello everybody, welcome to today's reaction video. We're going to just get straight into it. We're not going to go and look at the comment because I can't find the comment. Well, I closed it. So just before we do get started, we're not going to go straight into it. I'm going to make a quick announcement. If you want your request, reaction request guaranteed, the way to do that is to donate to our channel either via YouTube directly or via coffee.com, and we will guarantee and prioritize that request for you. So let's have a look at the song. So it's Phantom of the Opera. This is all written in Korean, I believe. So let's just go through it. I think this was a request from a Dimash video, our latest Dimash video. Someone suggested this. So this is not Dimash. This is, I think it's a Korean singer. Let's go.
Song to me, in dreams he came. That voice which calls to me and speaks my name. Dream again, for now I find the phantom of the opera is dead inside my mind. Sing once again with me, I'll strange to where my power over you grows stronger, yeah. And though you turn from me to glance behind, the phantom of the opera is there inside.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Phantom of the Opera. I've never seen that show before, so I'm not familiar with this music. And that's an important question I'm going to ask you now, Brett. Do you know this? Have you seen the Phantom of the Opera?
I haven't seen Phantom of the Opera, and I do love my musicals, but I do know the song.
Oh, you do?
This is
Okay.
probably the most famous, popular famous song from the show.
Okay, so from a comparison point of view, you're the man to go to. So how is it shaping up?
Yeah, I'm really liking this. I've never been a massive fan of this particular song, but again, I think it's one of those you sort of have to have in context of being part of the show and stuff. And I don't know if you could probably tell. So normally it would have been two different people singing different parts from there. So the star part would have been the female singer,
Okay.
and now sort of the actual main character, the handsome, doing this sort of bit here. And you would have that sort of where it meant more intense from the music, intense used in a loose sense. It does go there, but not so much with the electric guitars and as rocky as that. It's not really that rocky, but what I'm trying to say is it's very similar to the original, but it's definitely done its own sort of take on it in a really cool, good way, actually. So I'm actually really quite liking it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to get sort of your take definitely on it for not knowing like the song at all.
Yeah, I think so far a few things to talk about. Firstly, it's his voice, how he's able to adapt his voice to different parts. There was like an operatic part early on, which I think you're saying was the female part. And then obviously when it's rocked up, a much more different type of voice. It's deeper, So he seems to be very adaptable with what he can do with his voice, which is really impressive. As for the actual song itself, which I'm not familiar with, yeah, I was quite surprised when it suddenly started, to rock up. I wasn't expecting it to do that. So yeah, I can't say I'm in love with this song. Not to do with his performance, just the song itself. But what he's doing seems to be really impressive. And are you expecting it to, go up a notch as we get towards the end of it? Is that what normally happens in this or not?
Yeah, no. So it sort of says like this sort of in the middle parts, and it does probably a tad, but then it sort of goes back to being sort of slightly bit more emotional, slowed down. From what I remember, I'm probably going to have pie on my face with, but yeah, that's along those sort of lines there. It's kind of sort of been like a bit of a love song.
Okay. So just to ask, is this the female part then?
Yes.
So he's purposely singing with a higher pitched voice to kind of impersonate a female, maybe.
Okay,
that's interesting. Yeah.
It's me day here. You spirit and my voice in one command. To the opera is there inside my mind. Top that in all your fantasy, you always knew that man a mess away. Where was he in this labyrinth when life is blind? Take off the opera is there inside my my angel of music. See my angel of music. For me.
Right, so yeah, that was a real showman's performance. And obviously it's from a musical. I haven't seen it, but he sounds like he lived up to the expectations of of how, and the fact he did a 2-in-1 job as well. You're saying that there's a female singer and a male singer, and he did the whole thing himself. And like I was saying earlier, there was so much variation in his voice, especially towards the end there, that final part, and some of the, again, don't have the vocabulary, but some of the sound he was making, the parts, and yeah, really, really good performance. Just something really enjoyable to watch. It was just a real, like I said, like a real showman's performance that I couldn't take my eyes off it. And I was going to say something else, but I can't remember what I was going to say. So yeah, it might come back to me. So I'll go over to you. Obviously, you look at this, you can see this from a different perspective because you could compare it to the original. So what would be your final comments on it?
Yeah, so just say, so as I know it, I don't know as well as I do. So I think in terms of like different voices, I think he kind of blurred them in a little bit because I don't remember these things that much in it. So I think he was bringing out something. So I think every time when I wasn't necessarily would have been the female, I think there was definitely sort of a mixture of elements that's there. But yeah, I think your term of, a showman's performance really sums it up there. Couldn't take my eyes off it. Couldn't stop listening to it. And yeah, it definitely, I remember, like, it definitely it was a more sort of intense, right, more atmospheric sort of than the sort of original one. And like I said, the fact he was doing the different tones and voices just, yeah, brought it all in and kept going up and up and up. So I don't remember again as high as intense it did in the original. But yeah, as you said there, I think a real top-notch showman performance.
And I remember what I was going to say now. So I'll say it, then you tell me if you agree or not. I could see like the Dimash in him, like that's the sort of thing Dimash would do. He's that type of singer as well. I'm not going to sort of sit here and say who's better or anything like that. I don't know, but definitely it was a Dimash-like performance. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely agree. Yeah, so you're saying, yeah, it's not saying one's better than the other, not really comparing nothing, but yeah, there's definitely similarities, shall we say? And yeah, I can definitely see Dimash doing the same song in the same sort of way as well. Actually,
yeah. Okay, well, we enjoyed that. So thank you for the request. Sorry I didn't put it up on the screen, and we'll see you again soon for the next one. Goodbye.